Right, what we got?
We've got a Ford Prefect 107E. Here we go again, about third time I've said this. The 107E carries the 997 overhead valve engine out of the 105E Anglia. 4-speed gearbox, and the basis of it is, everyone will know out there, I'm sure, is that as they couldn't produce a 4-door 105E, the shell wouldn't allow it, Ford felt that they got to offer the option of a 4-door, small 4-door car. So the only thing they had handy was this. And I suppose they had a lot of panels and bodies and things and could still knock them out. So what they decided to do, and only Ford could do this, you remember this, there ain't another manufacturer in the world could get away with this. They sold people an old body shell like this with an upgraded modern overhead valve 105E Anglia engine and 4-speed gearbox, and called it a revolutionary new 4-door small saloon, which had been out since 1955 this year. So the 105E come out in 59, ran until 1968. In about 1961, I think, thinking about it, these came out, the 107E. So 2 years after the 105E had been on the road, they brought this back out again. Obviously a Prefect 4-door, all Prefects are 4-door, not 2-door. And put the 105E upgraded overhead valve engine in and called it a revolutionary new 4-door Ford. It's unbelievable, isn't it? And people bought them. They didn't buy many, to be fair. I think they sold 2. But no, they'd have done a few. But we used to sell them really well. If you saw one of these, a 107E advertised, you shot after it quick and got it bought, because they actually were quite nice. You know, these are a nicer driving car than a 105E Anglia. They're heavier, they're nicer to drive, in my opinion. But because they were 1172 side valve, 3-speed gearbox, a bit numb, innit? Put this engine and gearbox in, and at least it'll get on a bit and it won't blow up. So it was a good move in that respect, but I don't know how they got away with it, really. I really don't know how they got away with it. You can't imagine any manufacturer doing it that way these days, really, and that is, you know, market a 10-year-old car, if you like, or near enough, an 8 or 9-year-old car with a different engine as a revolutionary new 4-door Ford. But they got away with it. So basically, in these under these, you had Anglia, Popular, Prefect. So the two, Anglia and Popular, are always 2-door, and the Prefect was 4-door. That was basically it. But we liked them. They sold well. Very, very good selling car in their day, but especially in this form, 107E, rare car. Imperial maroon, beautiful interior. Look at that interior. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. In my opinion, a little bit too much spray and seal, but you know, it's what's done, isn't it? Nice carpets, new interior, sounds sweet. Started well yesterday. Drove it onto the wagon, felt nice. Photographic history of its rebuild, all there in the photo album there. It's all there. Well bottomed, really bottomed, but he's bottomed a good car. And I think the mileage from memory, I think it said 29,000 miles yesterday, and I find it hard to believe that ain't right. It's got to be right. Looking at that engine bay, it's got to be. Looking at the finer points, the shuts and all that sort of thing, it's got to be right. Look at this, look. As it left the factory. That's factory, all this, look. Perfect. It's going to be right. I can't read it in there, it's too dark now, but it's going to be low mileage and genuine now. Trying out for a set of wheel trims, but you know, I'm wheel trim man, aren't I? So I'll have a set of wheel trims and a pair of spot lamps on, I suppose, dress it up a little bit. In my opinion, it benefit from a bottom up, like a 2-tone, which is what we used to do in the old days, to make them look a bit like a Zephyr. You have to have a bit of imagination, you know what I mean? But a 2-tone car always looked a lot more, I don't know, swish than a 1 single-tone car. So we used to put a grey or old English white bottom half in there, grey really, and got it from there down. It's dead easy to do because the swage lines and all that already there, aren't they? All, you know, your chrome mouldings are all there fitting on for you. You've got this swage line down here, so you can lose it just like that, easy. So prep it all up in the morning, paint it in the afternoon, come in the morning, unmask it, job done. Beautiful.